Or welcome back to the Kia Hyundai channel. Today, specifically, Hyundai channel. So my name's Gabby.
And I'm Mike.
And today we're going to be showing you the beautiful 2023 Hyundai Kona N-Line. This one's shown in Atlas White. There's tons of features and a power change. So your transmission and power, or I guess I should just say powertrain, is amplified on the N-Line model to give you a little bit more power, a little bit more fun, but keep all the same features, functionality, and versatility that the Kona offers. In usual Kia Hyundai channel fashion, we're going to go through our 3 reasons why we do these videos. So number 1, you may own a Kia or Hyundai vehicle and you may want to know more about the vehicle that you drive, or if you have any questions about the features, we answer all of them on this channel.
Perfect. Number 2, if you are in the market for a vehicle, we definitely would like you to consider a Kia or Hyundai and add it to your selection list.
And that brings us to number 3. If you do decide on a Kia or Hyundai vehicle and you live in Ontario, Canada, please buy it from us. We'll walk you through all the features. Each of our dealerships, we got 3 specifically, Brantford Kia, Brantford Hyundai, and Owen Sound Hyundai. We'll walk you through all the features, showcase everything there is about the vehicle, and just make sure you're comfortable in the vehicle that you own, or you buy.
I don't think there's a vehicle you would buy that you wouldn't find full details in any one of our historical videos on YouTube.
Yes, we've literally filmed everything we've ever had here.
Yeah.
So unless it's like a European spec or something, then we may have not filmed it. But as usual, we'll show you guys how to join our lives if you want to catch our next video. So if you're watching this in the future, you can't really, I don't know, I guess you just got to hang in there. But if you want to catch our next live video, we go live every weekday, so Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You'll find our videos under the live category on our channel, so the Kia Hyundai channel. And then you can see we have our upcoming video here. Of course, we're currently live right now, so let's refresh the page. That upcoming is going to turn to a red banner that says live. All you have to do is click it like you would a regular video. You may have to watch an ad. Uh-oh, they're saying to sell us your vehicle to Hyundai, or to Honda. No, you can sell it.
I'll just move the camera up. Look, sell it to us now.
Sell it to us. We're going to skip the ad, and then I'll show you on the right side over here, we'll have our live chat box. So there you can actually you can type in comments, questions, whatever you may have about either our live stream or the vehicle, and we'll be able to see it in real time. Once we're done our exterior and interior walk around, me and Mike will come back here and read your live chats just to answer anything we may miss during the walk around of the vehicle. But let's get into it now.
There we go.
All right, so like I mentioned earlier, this is Atlas White, the 23 Hyundai Kona N. Under the hood, we have a 1.6-liter turbocharged engine with a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. This vehicle is a ton of fun to drive, but it doesn't sacrifice fuel efficiency. Your horsepower specs is 195 horsepower and 195 pound-foot of torque, so even. For the front end, we have this beautiful sporty N-Line front fascia, or front bumper. Hyundai logo, of course. I am going to turn on the lights just so you can see our beautiful LED lights. If you hear any beeping, please disregard that. I'm so sorry. Mike, do you have the key, actually?
Do I have the key? I hope I do. Yes, in my pocket. Sorry.
Okay. We're going to need that first. Sorry, guys. You can tell these videos are definitely live.
Yes.
Because they're not perfect. All right, so now that we've got the key, I can turn everything except the engine on. So you'll see beautiful, sharp LEDs. The cutoff on this vehicle is fantastic. So you can see we have these nice slanted daytime running lights, full LED, and then our actual headlight unit is located down here and still super, super sharp. This vehicle, it is a crossover SUV type. However, it is lower than most SUVs. You don't lose a lot of headroom in this vehicle, and it's not hard to get in and out of. So those are the bonuses of having an SUV of this size. In the front bumper of this vehicle, you may not see it, but there is a front sensor. So that's going to be used for your forward collision avoidance. This vehicle will warn you if it senses a collision may occur, and it will actually brake for you. So this vehicle could save your life. It's a very smart car. And then we do have our collision sensor that also doubles for our smart cruise control. So that's going to monitor the distance ahead of you and slow you down when you do have your cruise control on. For our wheels, we have these beautiful machine finished 18-inch alloy wheels. Super cool design. Anything N-Line by Hyundai does an awesome job with styling. So it's very, very sharp. And then you do have this N-Line badge, which differentiates this vehicle from the rest of the Konas in the lineup. I really do like how they took a break from the white or exterior color paint with this black cap for your mirror. You also have a turn signal repeater and our blind spot detection located on the mirror portion of your mirrors. So of course that will light up if there is a vehicle in your blind spot. However, if you still have your turn signal on, wherever that blind spot vehicle is, it will alert you with a audible alert. And then if you still try to change lanes, it'll pull you back into your original lane to avoid a blind spot collision. So very, very smart car. Another instance where it could save your life. This black pillar here kind of separates the, of course, exterior paint color, makes it look a little bit more sporty, a bit more aggressive. We also have a shark fin antenna on the top that does the same thing. I can't look at cars that have a regular antenna anymore. I think they look like RC cars, so this looks really, really nice. Kona badge on the left, 1.6 liter turbo and all-wheel drive badge on the right. So of course this vehicle is all-wheel drive, which means it's fun, it's functional, it's feature-friendly, and it works in Canada. Look outside. It's disgusting outside. It's really nice to have all-wheel drive. So let's open this up and take a look at the trunk space. So the Kona does come with this cargo cover here. It is removable, so you just unclip it from this portion here. That'll give you a little bit more trunk height. Under the floorboard here, we do have a real spare tire, which is very nice to know. A lot of vehicles in this size class kind of skip out on a spare tire, so it's a good peace of mind. We'll close that though, and you can see we have a good amount of trunk space. It's not massive. However, when you remove this, you actually gain a lot of room, and your rear seats do fold down in a 60. So there's your 60, and then there's your 40 split. We will fold them down for you actually, so let me do that now. I'll just do the one side. So there's a little clip up here. You guys can't see it, but if I have my hand over here, I can pull.
I got it, yep. There we go.
You got it?
Yep.
And fold it down. And check out that room. Santa Cruz, who? You don't need a pickup truck. Just kidding, the Santa Cruz is still a great option. We're not dismissing the Santa Cruz. But yeah, great trunk space. I will point you guys to down. So your lower diffuser, you do have this N-Line exclusive diffuser design with your dual port exhaust. And then if you look even closer, you will see our sensors built in to our design elements there. So that's of course going to pick up obstacles behind you, whether it's another car, a street post, anything, just to let you know there's something there. Don't back up anymore. And then of course you do have a backup camera, which we will show you once we hop inside. Close this up. I never really talk about the rear wiper, but since the whole Ioniq 5 and EV6 thing came out where there was no rear wiper, it's got a rear wiper. And beautiful taillight designs in the back, and your reverse lights are integrated into this panel here. So not too low. I know a lot of people have some opinions about our lower reverse lights. They're not very, very low on this vehicle. Now, let's hop in.
Oh, should I go to that side?
Whichever
we'll get
way.
The door and everything else too first.
The floor is wet, so we're walking very, very carefully. So I'll have Mike show you guys the seats first before I hop in. We have this beautiful leather seating with an N-Line badge in your seat. So it's you definitely separated from the rest of the Kona lineup. Looks much sportier, a little cooler. Red piping along the seats as well too to give you that sporty look and that edge, styling edge. If you look very closely to the steering wheel, you'll also see a little bit of red stitching there. And then your N-Line badge at the very bottom of the steering wheel. Our pedals currently still have the protective sticker on them.
You know
but,
what?
oh, is Mike gonna peel it? Let's see. Some ASMR
yes,
for you guys.
That's Murphy's Law right there, but
Yes.
there you go.
We have our metal sport pedals, so those actually look so good, especially when they're nice and clean. So right, getting the sticker off, they're very nice right now. Power driver seat, so you can see we also have lumbar support controls. And let me just play around with this first. So you can adjust the height, either by pushing it up or down. You can also adjust your backrest. And then of course your lumbar. You may not be able to see it when I adjust it, but you'll definitely feel it if you're sitting in the seat. I'm gonna quickly hop in. And I'll show you guys on the door, we have a Harman Kardon sound system. So this is our premium sound for the Hyundai Kona. It sounds amazing. You can play around with, of course, the bass and treble just to where it goes in the vehicle and make this perfect. It's great if you love music. If you listen to podcasts in the car, at least it'll be very crisp sound quality there. Now I'll invite Mike to join me in the passenger side. All right, please take a seat, make yourself comfy. All right, so for our main dash up here, we have Kia and Hyundai's beautiful 10.25-inch display. This has built-in navigation, Sirius XM, and a ton of features. So this is gonna be your home screen. This is what you're gonna see as soon as you turn the car on. However, you slide to the right, and there's our menus. So if you want to just take a look at your map while you're driving, you can do that. They also give you the functionality of a split screen, so you can also see what radio station you're listening to. You can see your map again, you can see the time, or you can close it off and just have your full screen map. Of course, you do have a nav menu where you can save addresses, so work, home, if there's places you frequent, you can add whatever you'd like. You also have this favorite button here. So when you get your vehicle, this is going to be a blank button. However, now if I press it, it's going to take me to our menu where I can choose whatever that is. So I can make that be our display off button. Now I press it again, see it display, press it again, displays back. So it's a blank button, you can do whatever you want with it. Seek and track, of course, radio and media. Media is going to give you all your media options, so your Bluetooth audio, your radio, your AM, your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, whatever kind of media you listen to. And then setup is going to be your more nitty-gritty stuff and also your vehicle's driver assistance settings. So under vehicle here, you can go to driver assistance, driving convenience, forward safety, attention warning, lane safety, blind spot safety, and parking safety. This car has it all. I'm going to try to explain it to you guys the best I can. So let me just click driving convenience first. This vehicle is equipped with highway drive assist, which essentially uses your navigation, your smart cruise control, so that's what monitors your distance from the vehicle ahead of you and keeps you at a safe distance, and also takes you to stop and go traffic. It's also going to use your lane keep assist to keep you centered. Combines all of those things to essentially drive for you. You still have to give some driver input, so it's not a full autopilot, but it is really, really good. It also knows when the speed limit changes on the highway that you're on, thanks to the navigation. Warning timing, if you find that your alerts for, let's say, the forward collision are a little bit too early or too late, you can play around with it and customize it to what you like. Also, I always like to mention this to my customers. If you're ever playing around with these safety settings and you changed it to something you don't like, you can always go back and change it, so none of this is permanent. So for example, forward safety. Now, I'll have Mike show the screen a little closer so you guys can read. Right now it's on active assist, so that means the vehicle will actually take control. If you don't want your vehicle doing anything, you just want to be alerted, you can put it to warning only, or you can completely shut it off, whatever is more your style. So it's really nice how you have that level of customization with this vehicle, because especially if you're going from an older car that has none of this, it can be a lot, right? Let's move into some of the other things in this vehicle. So first we have the volume controls and our tune knob. Over here we have our air vents, which still have a little bit of red accents, keeping up with that Sporty N-Line look. We have our climate control here, and it is automatic, so I can set it to whatever temperature I like, and then press auto, and this is the intensity. So 3 different levels, and it'll take me to 24.5 degrees Celsius, because we're Canadian, at that intensity level. If you don't want it to be automatic climate control and you just want to get your car as warm or as cold as possible, then you can play around with the fan speed, and you can see the auto has shut off. Speaking of off, let's turn it off. So you have your off button, and then you have your directions and your rear defrost. Over here we have a USB, so for quick charging, very convenient. And then we have our center USB, which you're going to use for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So whichever type of phone you have, you will need a physical cable. So your phone's charger, plug it into your phone, and then your phone is projected onto the screen. I personally use Apple CarPlay, and I love having my Spotify and my Google Maps, everything just on the screen. It's so seamless, and it doesn't disconnect when you go through tunnels or anything. It's perfect, as long as your cable is in good condition. All right, we also have a 12 volt on the right here, so another way to charge anything you really need, you just need one of those 12 volt adapters. And then we have a wireless phone charger up here too. So that's what this cool surface is. It has ventilation, and it's kind of a sticky, grippy surface, so you can put your phone in there, take a sharp turn, and not worry about your phone flying out and going to where your feet are or anything. We'll talk about our gear shift. So super cool design, very sporty, almost looks like a manual. Kind of. You do have the option of actually manually selecting gears if that's what you're after. So for example, put into drive, tip it over to the left, and then you can upshift and downshift. It will automatically switch you into sport once you do this as well. I'm going to put it into reverse to show you guys our backup camera. So you can see we have a beautiful crystal clear camera, and we also have our sensors right over here. Right now we're not too close to anything, so it's not lighting up, but as I got closer to that wall, it would start lighting up and beeping to alert me. All right, to the left of that, we have our drive mode select. So you saw once I put it into our manual gear shift, I guess automated manual, it switched us into sport. However, I can manually select my gear or my drive mode to be whatever I like. So if we take a look at our digital dash, which this car has, by the way, we can see we have 3 different drive modes. So normal, Sport, and Smart. And look how it changes your cluster. It looks so, so good. So very crisp, very clear, and you can totally tell what drive mode you're in whenever you're in it. Normal is just going to be your normal driving. It's not going to be too peppy. It's not going to be slow at all either. Sport mode is going to increase your throttle response, stiffen your steering a little bit, and take up a little bit more fuel, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And then Smart mode is going to adapt to whatever you're doing. So if you're taking it easy on the highway or taking it easy in the city, it's going to be the most fuel efficient way to drive. But then as soon as you step on it, it's going to switch you into Sport and give you the power that you're asking for. So great drive modes there. We have our heated seats and our ventilated seats. So for driver and passenger, we have 3 different levels for both. Let me tell you, leather seats are great, but they're really cold in the winter and really hot in the summer. So it's great to have the option of conditioning both. We also have a heated steering wheel, and then our auto stop and start. So this is going to turn off your engine when you come to a complete stop, just to conserve a little bit of fuel. However, if it's way too cold outside or way too hot outside, it won't do it. Then we also have the option to turn off our parking sensors. So if you do decide to put a bike rack or anything behind your vehicle and you don't want your sensors to go off, it's really nice. You can just press that to shut it off and it won't be annoying you. Electronic parking brake right over here, and then our auto hold feature, which holds you at a complete stop until you hit the gas. One of my favorite things ever, especially if you're in stop and go traffic a lot or if you have to wait at a lot of intersections. It's not always fun. I'm going to grab the camera from Mike to show you guys one more thing before we hop into the back of the car. So there is our beautiful heads-up display. So this is optional. You can have it tucked back down if you'd like, but it's very, very cool the way it displays your speed, of course. We're in kilometers per hour. I wish this focused a little bit more. And then you can also see, it looks like our lane over there, lane markers. So that's going to show you where you're at in your lane and if the vehicle can read both lanes. I zoomed in a bit, so let's try to zoom out. There we go. Perfect. All right. Sorry, I lied. One more thing before we hop in the back. Beautiful power sunroof. So this, of course, opens. La-di-da. And then you can also tilt it if you want some fresh air, but you don't want to mess up your freshly done hair. There we go. And then if you don't want any sunroof, it's just a manual close, and then it's beautiful black headliner, so definitely makes this car feel a little bit more moody and definitely very sporty. So let's hop in the back now. Gotta remember to put those seats back up.
Yeah.
Guys, this car was covered in ice before we filmed, and it's de-thawing now. So there's a giant, not de-thawing, I guess, thawing. There's a giant puddle of water under the car. I'm trying my best not to slip. Okay.
Thanks for tuning in, Aaron. I saw your shout out.
So I'm gonna hop in. First of all, room-wise, I got tons of room in here. So not only headroom, but also leg room. You can see, I'm not the tallest person, but I think I'm tall enough. And I got lots of headroom. Legroom-wise, I definitely have longer legs, and I am comfortable. I can also put my feet underneath the seats if I want to stretch out a little bit. The actual recline of the seat is not too far back, but it's also not too straight up that I'm uncomfortable. So I'm very much relaxed back here. I do have a USB in the back of the center console, so I can plug in any sort of devices I have here, plus a little storage pocket, so it's perfect to just put your phone in there while it's charging. You do have a storage pocket on the back of the passenger seat, and then in the center you have your cup holders and armrests. So I'll bring this down, rest my arm, or put my drinks over here, and I am comfy. I will say one thing I really like about, I have this in my car and I freak out about it, I love it, a black headliner. If you have kids or pets, you really appreciate how well this hides stains. It's very, very nice to have a black headliner. We'll close this, and I guess we can also just show the stitching. So they continued with the red stitching in the back. If you guys see our videos, you know I hate how some manufacturers just do everything to the front seats and completely forget about the back, either the second row or third row. They don't do anything. I really like how it still looks sporty back here. It's fitting with the car. All right, let's answer some questions, I guess. Trying to dodge that giant puddle.
Yeah, I just dipped my knee in it when I was looking in the back.
I'm definitely not wearing the best shoes for this either. Okay. I personally think they should come stock with Starlight headliners. I don't think that'll happen. Someone asked Gabby, are those the Louboutins? No, these are not my Louboutin shoes. I would not wear those to work. First of all, they're so uncomfortable. Second of all, I'd feel bad, like really bad.
Yeah, especially a day like today.
Yeah, it's yucky out here sometimes.
Oh, sorry guys. I'm going to do one more thing that I forgot to do. I'm going to talk about the fuel efficiency real quick.
Oh, yeah.
And the sticker price. Sorry, guys. Like Gabby said, there's so much to talk about.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So you're taking a look, obviously, 2023 Kona N-Line Ultimate all-wheel drive. Total MSRP for this is $36,224, and highway and city driving is 8.2 liters per 100 kilometers.
So someone said I'm very tiny. So I guess we should show what it looks like with an adult human. Not that I'm not an adult, but
Okay. Okay, in the back seat? Okay.
Yeah, a taller person.
All right, I'll jump in here.
Not calling you big or anything, but
5'10". 5'10". Yeah,
So-
I mean,
an adult man, and that was
Yeah.
behind you. So this is what it'd be like sitting behind yourself.
exactly. And you can put this back too, and still, I think the way the seat is designed where it slants up and lets your feet come in gives you kind of that angle, right? So they thought about that when they designed this for sure. Mm-hmm. But yeah, very
it's
comfortable,
still
comfortable
roomy.
headroom.
Someone said is 5'3" tiny. I don't even think I'm 5'3". I'm definitely taller than that. Okay. I actually saw someone at the auto show, and they were a subscriber of ours. They're like, "Oh my gosh, you're a lot taller in person." I was like, "Oh, thanks." Okay.
No one said that to me.
No one said that to you? Oh my goodness. Hey Gabby, I bought a Kona N-Line Ultimate last September. I traded in a Ford Escape. My Hyundai has been the best vehicle I have ever had. Is there a redesign for 2024? So I haven't heard anything official about the redesign. Also, I'm so happy to hear you love your Hyundai.
Yes, yes. The only redesign I heard of, complete redesign, obviously we had the Palisade that the front end got redesigned for 23. 24 is, Santa Fe. Sorry, too many Fe's. Santa Fe basically is the only redesign I heard of now. If we see one, we'll let you know.
Oh, Japan Quake said you got that strawberry daiquiri air freshener, and oh my gosh, it's so good. I also got new gauges, put modern Kia beeps on the inside, ECU and stuff, and I got new Kia logos on there. So I'm so happy you liked my air freshener recommendation. I absolutely love that flavor. Have you tried any of the Chemical Guys stuff, like detailing or anything? No?
No. I have this like this pack that I put in the car that absorbs all the odors.
Oh my gosh.
And I've been moving it from car to car, and it's actually really effective. I mean, you can have McDonald's there, and 2 hours later, after you have takeout food, the car smells like that. I swear I go in the car, you can't even tell. But I will try those scents out. But they do smell good when I walk by.
Life Never Lost asked, why is my dad ghosting me?
Huh?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I might just buy the Kona Electric 2024. Yeah, so another great thing to consider. So the Kona literally suits, or there's a Kona for everybody, because we got the Kona Electric. We got just like a regular entry-level Kona if you just want a smaller crossover. And then we also have the N-Line if you want something a bit more sporty. There's a Kona for everybody.
Yeah, and it's a great car to drive in the winter when you get it all-wheel drive. I really semi-off-road, when we had that snowfall and I was moving cars around on the lot, I'm telling you I didn't feel it, and I was driving over everything. So I was completely impressed,
Oh, Jagger King said, the N and the N-Line designations confuse everyone, even a lot of dealers. Two completely different animals. And yes, you're totally right about that. So I find even sometimes I say Kona N and we're talking about an N-Line.
Yeah.
But basically, and it's the same for Kia. So whenever we're talking about something N-Line or GT line, that's typically an appearance package. It may have a performance increase, but it's usually not the full-on blown like N or GT. So the Kona N-Line, for example, does have the turbo and does have the dual clutch transmission, but it's not as amped up as the Kona N, which will have your track mode, your lap timers, everything, and of course a bigger engine, and more power, right?
Yeah.
And then same with I'm going to say the EV6, for example. So the EV6 GT line, 1 and 2 are appearance packages, so they're going to look more sporty, more fun. They're going to have that beautiful kind of bolstered seats or sporty seat design, more aggressive wheels, just more aggressive styling, but it is not the full GT.
Yeah, it's in most recent years. If I have to compare it to a brand that's been doing it for a while, I would say AMG Tech Package versus straight AMG.
Yes.
Right? So you get all the trims, bells and whistles, maybe a little bit more kick, but it's not the same as getting a straight AMG.
Let's see. Canadian Chaplain said, what type transmissions have been in the news for failing? Have you guys had owners coming in with these issues? So we did have, I think it was a recall for the Santa Cruz, which does use their wet type dual clutch transmission. However, it was a computer software update. So it was something regarding a chip that we just had to update and it was okay.
Yeah.
So definitely if you do have a wet type transmission vehicle by Kia or Hyundai, just check to see if there's any recalls on it. Half the time it's just a little software update and then you're okay. But of course, getting those recalls in the mail is a little scary.
Yeah, exactly. Check your email.
Definitely check your email. Angel said, hey guys, sorry I missed you guys yesterday. It would be nice to see a car, sorry, my eyes are blurring right now.
Yes, it would be nice to see a child car seat in the rear of these smaller vehicles. So I'll bring one in then.
Yes.
How about that?
Yes.
My kids are just out of booster seats, so I'll bring a car seat and a booster seat.
Yeah,
we'll do
I
that.
definitely do not have car seats, but so Mike, if
Yeah,
you could do that for
I'll
us,
bring
that'd be
them.
great.
At least I can use them for something else.
Yes. That update was for the Santa Cruz. The Kona N-Line was for the earlier 22 models. Yes. Please scroll back up. Chaplin, the DCT. Oh my gosh. Oh my guys. I'm
Would you
out
guys
of it.
prefer Kona or Seltos? I think we have that conversation all the time.
We always have. Whenever we're filming either Seltos or a Kona, we get that question. And
Okay, so I'm going to say this, and because I like to be honest, my brother has a Seltos, so
Yeah.
easiest comparison. I mean, they're in the same class, but the Seltos is like an SUV in my opinion. Like it's a lot higher up, so it looks like an SUV. The Kona obviously is a little bit lower to the ground and doesn't look like a true SUV. Drivability wise, it's the tough part though, right? Like I have so much more fun driving the N-Line. I mean, the Kona, especially the N-Line, and I haven't driven enough versions of the Seltos to make that decision, but I'd say Seltos because I like a little bit higher up.
yeah, I say whenever I compare the Seltos and the Kona, the Seltos is definitely more of an SUV, just by appearance and size and everything. But based off me and my needs, I don't need an SUV, so I would say the Kona N. Yeah, the Kona N, I think. But style-wise, I do prefer the look of the Seltos a bit more. Gabby, did you try ever listening to Carol G. Gadubela in your car? Is that a song? Sorry, I'm so lost right now.
Well, I could guarantee you she's going to listen to it eventually
Yeah.
now that it's there.
I'll remember now. Any bolt-on ones pretty much. Okay, so I saw someone ask, this was a little bit earlier, but what are the mods that won't void warranty and if we can release an official list? I think if I can do some digging, I could probably find something.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know off the top of my head, but I mean, yeah, anything cosmetic, of course, is usually good.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything else, I'd have to check and make sure. What is the N-Line? As it's not available here in Ireland, please advise. So the N-Line for the Kona essentially has a different engine, different transmission, so a 1.6 turbo compared to the 2-liter naturally aspirated. It's going to be a bit more sporty, and on the interior you'll see we have a heads-up display, we got some red stitching, a nice sports steering wheel. It's just going to have a couple more bells and whistles and a more sporty, aggressive look to it. Mike's laugh is very much like Seth Rogen. Oh my gosh. Aaron, that's not true. Intakes, so cold air intakes and certain mods are okay. Yeah, we'll have to double check, guys.
How about, you know what? On my side, I'll post it. I'll put it on our website too. So I'll just cross-reference a list. Oh, hey, I'll do it for you guys. Because I'm a website guy. So I'll go on and I'll post it kind of like a FAQ by the service page. I'll let you know in the next video when it's up.
Can you ship to the USA? LOL. I'm so jealous because all the dealerships mark up so bad out here. So I've heard horror stories about US dealers, and I'm so sorry for you guys, but unfortunately we can only sell within Ontario. I'm sorry.
It'd be great though with the conversion rate.
Yes.
For you guys.
Yeah, for you. Intake and exhaust mods minus cat converters are usually okay. I saw an F-150, $100,000 over MSRP. That is absolutely ridiculous. That is crazy. Better be like made out of solid gold. And
Yeah, I see a lot of those trucks, that and its competitive sister being traded in for Santa Cruzes at our dealership. Just saying, just saying.
Let's see. Kona is a nice gift for my daughter. You are a very nice mom.
Yes.
I would love to get a Kona as a gift. Let's see. I'm going to scroll up a bit because I know there was a lot of questions earlier. I see your work truck F-150 in the background, possibly 2020, 2023. Yeah, so that's our guy that does our dents. So whenever we get a used vehicle, and if there's been any dents on the car, he'll come up and fix them. I'm pretty sure his wife works for a Ford dealership, so driving an F-150.
Yeah.
I thought you guys were
Makes
talking
sense.
about, if you look even further, I think it's blocked right now. We have a plow truck, which I think
yeah,
is,
right there.
yeah, it's like an 08 or an 09 F-150, and that thing is interesting. It's definitely not our.
I think you can see it there in the back a little bit there.
Yeah.
Right there.
That truck is interesting. Let's see.
Well, you guys have a better one than us. We have a Jeep Liberty to plow.
Oh yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen that before.
a tiny guy.
Hey, you guys make it work.
Yeah.
I really like this Kona, but is it true when you get into that price, you're getting into the price of the Tucson? So an entry-level Tucson
Yeah,
would
an
be,
entry-level Tucson
Yeah.
for sure.
but it comes down to also what features you need. Of course, you're not going to get the features that come in this on an entry-level Tucson, but you will get that increased space, right? So it comes down to what's more important to you.
Yeah.
Let's see. As someone who's had 3 Kias totaled, they are very safe. Yeah, if you guys ever want to know about the crash ratings, I think we should make our own. You know how they have like JD Power reports and
Yeah,
everything?
yeah,
We should
yeah.
have a Japan quake report.
Yeah. And we crash the cars and
Yeah.
then tell them what our personal rating is based on entry level. No,
my
I'm joking.
The N cars were designed by Albert Biermann. He used to work for BMW M and designed every BMW M car since the E30. He now works for Hyundai. That is true. So he works for the Hyundai and Kia lineup, and that's kind of why all our vehicles changed
Yeah,
and
yeah.
looked really good.
I
and
remember,
got
years
sporty
ago,
shift,
like
yeah.
a decade ago, Kia picked up someone from Audi.
Yep.
I think it was maybe 10 years ago. I remember hearing that. So yeah, I mean, secret to our sauce, right?
What's your favorite color for the Kona N-Line? I like the black, believe it or not. I usually never prefer black paint, but I think with the accents on this vehicle, I think it looks very good.
Yeah, black is great, especially with the red trim.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then you get the kind of the calipers red and all that stuff too. I think those kind of, I mean, I don't know.
Well,
if
that's
you
for
get
the
it.
N, not the
Yeah, yeah,
N-Line.
yeah. I mean, like I would paint mine.
Yeah.
But I think black with that trim. I mean, I'm gonna say this. It's funny because it's my favorite color to look at, but I wouldn't buy it. Is the Divin Jeju. I kind of like that blue color. It looks
Mm-hmm.
cool. I think it's a commercial color for the car, but not something I would drive and keep in my driveway.
Any chance or review about a facelifted Seltos coming up soon? So of course our dealership hasn't gotten them yet. However, we think in the next few months they'll start arriving. We did get to see one at the auto show. So if you go back a couple videos on our page, we did do a reveal of it. And I have done a video releasing the specs and the trim levels. There's no pricing released yet though, so I don't have that yet. I think we should probably wrap things up for today's video. Of course, this will do, oh, wait, I want to answer this. We got a new Kia showroom in, I can't say the place. I don't even want to try. But
Alanga, Durban,
South Africa. In South Africa. Gabby, please come and do a review there. If I can get them to fly me out there, I will go.
Yeah.
But yes, we will be ending our live video today because we're trying not to make them so long. Of course, we will be live again tomorrow at 2 p.m. and then another Hyundai Thursday at 2 p.m. No word on what that one is yet. Not because we don't know, but
Yeah, exactly. I'll say I'm keeping it a secret. So.
yes, there we go, guys. So again, this will be posted as a regular video. If there's any questions or comments we may have missed, please leave them there below. Don't forget to like, comment, and
Subscribe.
yes. All right, we'll see you guys next time.